4-terabyte computer?
Oh, I have a 4-terabyte. Yeah.
Yeah, 4
See?
Yeah.
I only got one, and I'm struggling with this joint, bro.
I have a
You
4
struggling with
terabyte. Yeah.
Bro,
But I
you know how
don't
much
hoard music though. If I don't like something, I'm not downloading it. Because it's like, I don't just download stuff just to have it. Unless I'm doing an event and the client specifically is like, oh, I want this, and this. I'll download it for that event and then just delete it after. If I know I'm not going to play it. I don't hoard music.
We're rolling, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, you good? Ready to go?
Yeah. This is this thing on?
You gonna
Yes,
catch
sir.
my, catch my holiday poll?
Do your thing, man. Do your thing.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah, holiday pool.
Holiday poll. There's only
Shoot,
one
because
left.
you might need to take a day off after you after you finish
you know
with
what?
it.
I don't know if I should actually say that that is a good thing, but I'm not a lightweight.
You're not a lightweight?
I'm not a lightweight. I could actually drink. My thing is, if I'm chasing, that's the difference. But if I'm solid, whether it's
just
wine
straight,
or,
yeah.
I'm good. I'm really good. That's why I try to avoid the chasing thing.
Because it's the
So
extra sugars that
that's what
run it
messes
through
you
your
up.
bloodstream fast.
Yeah, that's what messes you up.
That joint would kill you.
Yes.
But anyway, people, welcome back to another episode of Digital Detox. I am
sir.
the host and the creator of the show, Matt the Violinist. Wow, I said that very clear today. That's how you know I haven't been drinking like that.
You only had 2.
Look at that.
Shit. I actually had 3. I had 3 already. I might have grown an extra liver or something. I don't know.
You've been hanging around me a lot.
Listen, y'all Trinities be having like 8 livers, bro. You know what I'm saying? Over to my right, I got DJ Stallion or DJ Mule or DJ Donkey, depending on who you ask or who you talk to.
This dude. He ain't gonna stop.
I'm never gonna stop with that, bro. And over to my left, we have a reoccurring returning guest. We have DJ Maul.
What's up? How you doing, people?
I'm sorry, DJ, the rich returning
Oh
guest.
my God. Him in this narrative. You know?
Narrative?
One of us owns a violin. I don't know. Just hop on Amazon real quick, see how much a violin costs.
First of all, technically, when it comes to violins, I still drive a hoopty. Yeah, you're not talking that hot shit now. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what to say about it.
Like, what's going on,
There's
man?
pros and cons.
Yeah, no, there definitely is. It definitely is. But what's going on, man? How's life been?
I'm good, man. Just in a place where I'm just, enjoying life, enjoying work and I guess getting ready, kind of setting up the mission for 2026. And that is to work less than I did last year, but somehow make more money.
All right, so you got to do the more of the main missions, not the side missions.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, man. It's good to have you back.
Facts.
You. I mean, Remy, we missing Remy, but
I hit Remy, but he busy these days.
yeah. I see it on Instagram. I see it on Instagram.
Remy making too much money
He's
these
doing
days,
his thing.
man.
He's doing his thing. But I mean, there's some interviews, and you was one of those interviews when Remy was here. It's like, yo, we gotta get these. You gotta get these dudes back. We gotta get them back.
Yeah, happy
I'm
to
glad
be
to have
here,
you back.
man. Be in the presence of wealth.
That's wealth with a lowercase w.
Yes.
And in the smallest font.
That's diamonds on the rim of his glasses. You see that? I don't know if y'all can see that.
I never even saw that.
You zoom in.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's hurting my eye from over here, y'all. Yeah.
But no, I actually wanted to have you back on the show because I'm gonna be honest. You are like a main part of Digital Detox from a different angle. And I'll say this. Maul literally hits me up as the shows premiere on YouTube and gives me live commentary. Normally, it's just him commentating on the fact that I'm crazy. I'm out of my mind. But also, you've also like given live feedback on like, this is a great episode. This is good. This is a good guest. This is a great conversation. And I'll say with doing the podcast, a lot of people think that this is all fun and games, but it's actually a lot of work. Yeah. It's a lot of work with setting everything up, getting everybody in the room all at the same time, editing.
Yeah. People don't.
They don't understand.
People always forget about that part of the process.
So one of the main things that I have suffered with, I've learned how to work through it the best I can, but to continue to do something with no feedback. So the fact that you're giving constant feedback when I never asked you for it. You just literally just hits me up and just like, yo, this is joke. This is that.
It's good stuff, man.
I appreciate it, man. Seriously, that's not a small gesture to me, because it is a lot of crazy characters on the show.
Yeah.
I'm the craziest, and then it's still, you still got to listen to the show, so you have to invest time to listen, understand, and then also give feedback.
Yeah. I mean, I believe that, like, if you're gonna support your friends, support your people, letting people know when they're doing something and that, like, you're supportive of them, I feel like that's important, because people don't realize, like, how lonely creative pursuits can be sometimes. A lot of times you setting up by yourself, you're breaking down by yourself, you're editing by yourself. Like, people may see the moment where, like, everything comes together here, but a lot of that process, a good like 90% of that process, is just you by yourself with your thoughts.
You got to self-motivate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I understand that. And I also want you to know that, like, yo, so that you have that encouragement, like, yo, keep going. Cause I'm like, yo, I'm watching. It's
No,
people watching.
You are. And you pretty much watch every episode too.
Yeah.
Listen, to everybody, everything that you just said, this dude right here, he takes a lot, and he has a lot on his shoulders, on his plate, whatever you want to call it.
You don't get to be that rich by not. This is how.
Listen,
you're spelling debt wrong. Can you say that correctly, please? Damn.
I'm proud to be a part of the Digital Detox. I'm proud to be here as one of the guest hosts.
No, you're one of the hosts.
Listen,
you ain't no guest. You ain't no guest.
I've heard to my right is DJ Stallion more times than.
But you know what? I got your back.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna do what I gotta do. If anybody knows me, my word is bond. I'm old school like that. Word is bond. If I say I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna be here. If there's something that distracts me from ever coming to a podcast, there's a reason.
Yeah. So and you know me, I don't ever take that personal. I do want to give you your flowers too, because you've been here consistently.
This is what I do.
And I know what you do for your day job. I ain't gonna shout it out. You know what I'm saying?
They know. I'm pretty sure I said it.
Everybody don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter.
Listen, man.
This may be slinging some weight. You know what I'm saying?
Whether you know or not, just know that it make enough that you can wear diamonds on the glasses.
Listen, I just try to do what I got to do. In order to feel good, you got to try and present yourself good. So if you do that, you're gonna feel good regardless of whatever problems you may have. You just gotta live.
That's true.
That's it. You gotta live.
But you have been helping too, Stallion, like with the nitty gritty labor at the end, and then even like talking about how we're gonna edit things and who we're gonna have on the show and hitting up guests and everything. You have definitely like committed to that and have gotten that done too. I appreciate that too.
Listen, I know you have a lot on your plate. So for me, it's nothing. I could be driving the FedEx truck. Yes, FedEx. I could be driving that. And
y'all seen the articles?
Yeah,
you see how much they making.
I'm going to call whoever I need to call and ask them, or call or text, whatever the situation is, and ask them, "Are you available here? Because I know you got a lot going on.
It's a lot. Like, it's to the point. Like my little brother literally told me with his kid. And I didn't even understand this. I don't have any kids that I know of. But
so guys, this is just for entertainment. That statement was not an admission of guilt in any way, shape, or form.
I really can't.
You can't help himself.
But he was telling me, he was just like, from the kid being a newborn, like he's been waking up so many times during the middle of the night that his memory's starting to be affected. I was just like, ooh. But it makes sense though, because you're sleep deprived, and then you're still working. So it's the same thing. Like I started to get back into the flow of editing and posting things, and I told you earlier today. Yeah. When I saw the post of Madison and Concept come up on my page, I'm like, yo, I don't even remember posting it because there's so many moving parts to get this podcast done. Yeah. I appreciate y'all, man, for real.
No problem.
I'm not gonna say it loud. I told you this when we got here earlier. I watched that podcast today on my break, and I'm sitting there like, it's almost so much you just said. I was watching it, and it's like, yo, Os, you was sitting there in that podcast.
That's you.
But I'm watching it like it's the first time I saw it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but I was literally there. But I'm on the couch watching on my break, cracking up at certain. I was like, wasn't I sitting there?
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? Like it's tough for me. Like I know y'all don't know this. I've spoken to you about this before. To produce the podcast, to set everything up, you know, do the podcast for an hour plus, break everything down, go back home, you know, put everything on your hard drive, and then listen to yourself. That's probably the most difficult part of doing this. It's crazy because it's just like for me, I can only hear myself talk for like 3 seconds.
I get it. I
understand.
And then on top of that, I be drinking here too.
Yeah. Maybe you should drink while editing.
That's a good plan.
You know, hair of the dog. That's what they call it.
That could be a good or bad thing, but it is what it is.
See, and it's funny too. Like I really do try to cut back on my alcohol consumption. A lot of people don't know this too, but it's just like I have so much fun here. I'm just like the alcohol just makes it
funner.
It makes it fun, but it's dangerous because y'all know I have like zero filter.
Them thoughts that would stay inside are just.
I think I actually mentioned this to you guys before we actually got on air. It's like these, you know, whether it's Wednesday or whatever the day that we podcast, I look forward to it. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of those things because, you know, when you get the brotherhood, whether it's a regular brotherhood, DJ brotherhood, whatever it is, just to come around people that you can talk to, have these little conversations that it's like it can go left and we all have a good ass time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's one of those things because we as brothers we need that.
No, we do.
Yeah.
And let's call a spade a spade.
That's true. Yeah.
We need that
because you don't get the barbershop conversations no more.
No more.
Because every barbershop is like in a salon and it's like you got to watch your mouth.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm glad you said
well, those
that.
of us that are respectful watch
Yes.
our mouth.
Well, you've been cutting your own hair for like 30 years now. Like, what are you talking about?
And there's a reason why I started doing that.
That makes sense. That makes
You know
sense.
what I
That
mean?
makes sense. That makes sense.
It is, you know, it's not the same anymore. And this is why I've been trying to get these round. Before the Digital Detox, you know, came out, I was trying to do the round tables. Just getting the fellas out because fellas need to get whatever it is off their chest. Yeah. Let's be real.
Nah, that's a fact. Yeah.
No, it is a real thing because I think a lot of people misinterpret what the real job of DJs really entails. It is a lonely job. And I'm not trying to say like oh it's lonely, like woe is me or anything like that. Yeah. What I'm ultimately trying to say is that there's so much forward thinking and so much in the moment presence that you need that you don't get the opportunity to really interact with people like that.
That's true. That's true.
You see what I'm saying? So you gotta put in all of this forward thinking to get the equipment there, set everything up on time. Then you have to actually do the event, and then once the event is done, right away you start breaking down because it's like, oh man, I got a 45-minute breakdown. If I don't.
I'm not even going to ask you this. I'm going to ask you this, and I want your honest opinion.
Okay.
All right. If you're doing an event,
okay,
whether it's let's say residency, whatever it is, you know, it could be a lounge you do all the time. Okay. Whatever it is, you decide to do an event, and it could be let's say it's a Saturday night event, special event, and you labeled it. I'm going to use it old school. If it's an old school party or whatever the situation is, okay? I want to know what your reaction is going to be to this. If you're doing an old school event and you literally put on your flyer or whatever it is you put, it's old school everything.
It sounds like this happened recently.
Yes, it did.
Definitely did. Happened last night.
It's old school everything. Yeah. So it's whatever genre it is and so on and so forth. But you literally have old school. Yeah. Okay? So now you're doing this event, and as the event is going on, somebody comes up to you at the booth, and asks you for what was the terminology? Twerking or booty shaking music. If they come up to you at that point,
more up to date.
Yeah,
play something I can shake my ass to.
How are you reacting to that? I gotta ask that question.
You said at a residency.
Yeah, a place, a lounge that you DJ at most of the time, and you're doing a special event on a Saturday night. Let's put it that way. Okay.
If I'm doing that and one of the, I guess you could say, guests come up and ask me that, it's like, oh, did you catch the flyer?
Okay.
We doing an old school night. I can't exactly play twerk music for you, but you can shake your ass real slow to this Teddy Pendergrass.
This Teddy Pendergrass.
You know,
you can do left cheek, right cheek to some Marvin Gaye.
Is that it? So outside of DJ, stepping back, me personally, as a human being, I find that annoying as shit. Because there's so many steps before we got here. You read the flyer. It said old school. 9 out of 10, that person probably got on an old school themed outfit, maybe. They probably tried to put things together a certain way. Maybe they came with a friend. You did all of these things before coming here, like understanding that like this is an old school kind of environment. And then you're going to come here and ask me for that. That's like you going to the chicken shack that's like, yo, we make fried chicken or whatever, and you're like, hey, can I get duck?
Can I get a salad?
Like we don't sell that here.
Right.
This is not what we,
Right.
This is not what we do. Or maybe we got duck on Thursdays, and you come in on Monday talking about some, hey, can I get that duck? No, come on Thursday.
Yeah, when I asked that because there was a part of me that felt bad. Because my reaction, I'm not gonna lie, my reaction was like, are you serious?
Yeah, you was annoyed.
Yeah, I was very annoyed. Yeah. And I know people. A lot of people tell me shit, about the way how my reaction is, and I get it. But when you come to that, I'm trying to be nice. When you come to that situation and you literally was there and you listening to the music.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, let me go disrupt what he got going on.
I was like, really?
That's for his flow.
I'm like, what are we doing? What are we actually doing here? So my reaction was, I'm gonna literally I'm gonna watch my face.
Okay.
When it was a female.
Okay.
Came to me and asked that question. I looked at her. I was like, no.
Yeah, that sounds
just
about
like
right.
that.
That sounds about
like,
right.
No, this is old school night. So now, when I actually look back at that, after that, I kind of thought back. I say, shit, I was probably rude as fuck. But I'm like, did you not see?
Yeah.
Or get the memo of what this was tonight.
Yeah. You read at least 2 pieces of literature that told you what was going on.
Because if you was here, you was here. Because I watched who was there. You was there long enough to know what was going on. Yeah. You was there long enough. You didn't just roll up 5 minutes and then ask for that question. I saw you in the spot. You was there to know what was going on. So then why would you even do that?
You know what I hate even more than that? If that same person was singing and clearly having a good time, and then they still come and do that.
They was literally by the speakers. They wasn't even in the back of the room. They was sitting right there. So come on, man. I was like, then I get it. And this is when it goes back to the asshole thing. I knew I was an asshole that night because it's like, are you serious right now? It's like I'm not doing that. Even a person coming to me asking for Latin music, I was like, okay. I could do Latin, I could still do old school.
Yeah.
But I knew what they was asking for. I was like, I'm not going there. Yeah. I can give you some old school Latin. Yeah. But I'm not doing that.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
So you know what this sounds like? What was one of your most interesting requests that you've gotten, but you had to turn down? I'll go next.
Okay. Go ahead.
Boy, I was at Foxwoods. Oh my God.
Man, everything go down over there.
Yeah.
Boy, I've never dealt with, I don't even like to use this word. I feel like it's like a hot topic word, like a hot button word, like entitled.
I think that's a fair word to throw around because some people do feel like that.
When I tell a story, you'll be like, yes, sir, that was the exact word for it. So, as you know, or for those who don't know, Foxwoods has multiple clubs. It has like the main club, the super big club. Then it has like, mid clubs, smaller clubs. So this particular week, I was at the smaller club, Atrium, at the time. Atrium has a bar, it has a dance floor, it has little lounge seats on the side, and then it has like a traditional stage.
Okay.
All right? So once you walk out of Atrium, you can like literally make a left. You'll see the stairs to the stage, and you can walk right up on the stage.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. So
Easy access.
Exactly. So I liked Atrium because this is what I started to understand. The setup of your party will also determine how people will approach you. If you're on the same level with your audience, I started to notice you get more requests. Mm-hmm. If you're on the stage, there's like a like, oh, whoa, he's on the stage.
There's a barrier.
Yeah, it's just like I can't just get up there. Mm-hmm. I don't know what possessed this girl to do this. She didn't even go around, bro. She just jumped on the stage.
Tequila. That's what possessed her.
I was gonna say that alcohol do a lot.
But she wasn't even drunk though. She like you know right away.
Yeah.
So
she had a few. She had to.
Nah, she didn't, bro. Like
No?
she probably only had one. It wasn't to the point where you had enough where you're now behaving completely out of character and out of line. It wasn't like that. She was in her right mind.
Okay.
She just did it anyway. So she came on the stage. She was just like, "Oh, I need you to play this and that." I'm like, "Miss," and I'm always respectful in the beginning. I said, "Miss," on the mic. I didn't even duck down the faders.
He said, "Miss."
I did not duck down the faders.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Miss, you got to come off the stage." She was like, "No, it's fine. I'm a DJ." I was like, "Oh
that
my
story.
God."
Okay.
I'm like, "Miss," I said, "I'm going to say it again."
Pilot on the plane.
Yeah.
Now the faders came down a quarter way. "Miss, you have to come off the stage." She's like, no, it's fine. I literally DJ. I DJ here. I'm like, "Miss, now came down halfway.
You're not DJing here tonight."
I did not ask you about your resume. If you have a request, you wait downstairs, like on the side, like down the steps, and you wait for me to have a moment. I'll get to you. She kept going. She kept going.
So this is where entitled
bro,
come from.
the faders came all the way down. I'm like, yo, straight up.
So was she a
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, she was. But you know, it's not about that strictly. Bro, so the engineers know how
If you're
I
listening
am.
to this via audio, just go to the video, you
Bro.
know, and you'll see what just happened.
So the engineers know how I am. They laugh, not at me, but they laugh about how I handle it because nobody else handles those situations swiftly and that firm.
Yeah.
Nobody does it. Everybody like plays that like, oh, I don't want to hurt their feelings. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, get off the stage, bro. So by the time the faders came all the way down, no music. Now everybody's watching.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Miss,
You want an audience? I'm gonna give you one.
yeah, exactly." I was like, "Miss, I'm not asking you. I'm telling you, I don't care about your I said, I don't care about your DJ resume. There's a reason why I'm up here and you're not. Therefore, if you have a request, you can do one of two things. You can either get good enough to be on this stage, or you can get off the stage, go down the steps, and you can wait for me to have a moment, and I'll get to you." She like, did you have to say it like that? Yes. Yes. You jumped
You
on
were
my
given
stage.
multiple options.
That's the pressure cooker right there. You put yourself in the pressure cooker.
Yeah.
Yo,
That's
so she
nice.
jumped. So I'm like, yo, you jumped on the stage and started talking like I owe you an answer. Come off of the stage.
Yeah.
Jump. Like, you know what I'm saying?
People
Bro,
are crazy.
so, yo, the engineer, like, I was able to look at the engineer, like, straight to my right. This man was, like, his shoulders was, like, jumping up and down from laughing. Like, and then he told me after the fact, he was like, "Matt, like, nobody ever complained to you about, like the higher-ups, about how you talk to people?" I'm like, "No." And even if they did, again, I try my best to have probable cause on when I let that go.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I gave her fair warning.
You did?
She didn't want to listen.
That is true.
For some strange reason, she thought that her resume was going to make me look at her different. I don't care.
Yeah.
To my mans out there, I know you're gonna be watching. Get him. Get him. Bless. That's for you, bro.
Facts.
Get him.
Yeah, man. Nah, people are crazy like that. And then this new generation that take their phone and put it on their forehead. Or
That's
some of them
crazy.
take it and push it in your
Your
face. I'm like, yo, I don't know you like that. Stop it.
And you're not putting the money on the table.
Yeah.
Or in the cup, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Now, my biggest pet peeve is when people really are on your back about playing a certain genre or a particular song. And it's like, all right, there are times like DJs just give in. Like, all right, cool, man, I'll just play it.
We all did it.
I'm not.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'll play the song.
At one point.
The thing that kills me is when you actually do give in and play that song, and then the person that's requesting
never
the song,
dance.
they're not dancing.
they never
thank you.
dance.
And
Nope.
then on top of that, it kills
You need
your-
to go crazy. I need you hanging off the ceiling.
Yeah.
Bro, so
Yeah.
and then on top of that, not only are they not dancing, but it kills the entire
Entire
dance
body.
floor. It kills the entire room. So us as DJs, we know that building up a vibe, it's a very fragile thing. It's a science. So if it's very difficult to build up, but the moment you pull the rug from under it, you got to start all over again. So
and
now
then people look at you crazy.
like it's not me.
Yeah.
So I literally have a thing now. I tell them like if somebody's on my back like that, like listen, if you're not paying me, I'm gonna play the song when I feel like it. Number one. I said number two. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm about to play the song right now. If you don't dance, I'm turning this off. I'm gonna have security escort you out. But I make a joke out of it. You know what I'm saying?
And before that, I'm making a big ass announcement.
Yeah. I do the announcement.
Yes.
I'll be like, hey y'all, Tracy over here says she want to hear such and such.
Yeah.
She said that I'm doing bad, even though everybody in the room is dancing.
Yeah.
She wants to hear some Luther
Yeah.
while I'm playing.
Hey,
Pop Smoke.
ladies and gentlemen, y'all having a good time? You having a good time? Somebody make some noise. Well, Tracy apparently not having a good time, so she want to hear this song here. Should we play Tracy's song?
And now literally it's all for you. Because at that point, I would have that person, Tracy, Dawn, whoever it is, standing right next to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay,
You
so
want to
this
be
what you
famous?
want to
This is what it takes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You better start pretending like you enjoying yourself.
You know what I'm saying?
Shoot.
Because I'm not going to have that freaking light on me. Because you want to interrupt what the hell I'm doing. And hell no.
And people don't understand that too. Like those eyes and those spirits, you just feel it. Like if something is done abruptly, you feel all the eyes on you.
Yeah.
I don't care how dark your shades are. You feel it. It's just like, bro, I should have never listened to this person, bro.
You feel your heart drop. And then you like don't want to look at the crowd, but then you look. And then you always make eye contact with the one person that's like the most pissed off. And it's
Oh my God.
I'm gonna let you know what happened to me a couple weeks ago. I think I told you. I'm playing now. I'm gonna take it back for a second. Now I'm that dude. I'm always watching shit on YouTube, whatever it is. So I'm trying to fix stuff, do things in my library, just watching shit. You know what I'm saying? So I made an adjustment in Serato. I think it was the latency. I think it was. Okay. Yeah. All right.
You put it up or you put it down?
I put it up.
Oh, okay.
So what happened was I didn't put it back. So now I was DJing this particular night, and it was at Zena's. And when I started playing, I saw that beach ball shit was starting to spin.
Oh, the wheel of death.
Yes. So I was like, what the hell is going on here? Now, the music was still playing, but the beach ball was still running. So now, maybe 30 seconds later, everything just shut. Everything shut off. I was like, "Yo." So so that same thing you just said. Once that happened, now you feel the beams of eyes on you. So I'm sitting there like, "What the hell just happened?" Now I didn't figure it out at that point. I was able to just. It took a couple of minutes. I had to reset.
Okay.
All right. I did the reset because I didn't know what the hell was going on. Got it playing. The next day, I figured out what it was. And whatever it is, I put the latency too high, which affected the
like
processing
the CPU.
Yeah.
And so on and so forth, and how it did it.
Yeah.
So I put it back the way it's supposed to be. And I said, okay. So then I haven't had that issue again. Okay. But I was like, why
he moved it from recommended to DJ Stallion.
He actually, it's mad funny. Like Stallion actually, he turned on one setting one time, bro. I ain't gonna. I've never been more pissed off at you. I was so mad, bro. I was heated. Okay, so people who don't know, like me and Stallion, we work together. Like, you know what I'm saying? We go over notes. You know, some DJ tactics. You heard me DJ 1,000 times. Yeah. Like the way that I DJ, it's a very potent way of DJing. It's very effective, but there are a lot of like pre-steps to get to that point. So this is my man. So I try to dump all of that information his way. I try my best not to gatekeep that information.
That particular one, I was stuck.
Bro, this shit got me so mad. So one time, one of his weeklies, I stopped by there. I was like, let me just pop up on him, bro. So I'm like, yo, you mind if I just do like a mix or two? Like when I was there? Yeah. He's like, yeah, sure, whatever, fine. So I pressed the first cue. I'm like, okay, this seems cool. I tried to set a second cue.
The chronological.
The second cue jumped to the first cue.
As soon as he said that, I was like,
yo, the second cue jumped to the first cue because it was earlier in the song.
Yeah.
I was just like,
What's going on?
Yo, so I looked at the settings. I saw like, oh, put cues, hot cues, and loops in chronological order. I was like, yo, Stallion. I was like, come here. I'm like, you put that on? He was like, yeah, because, based on the way that you taught me, I thought it would be easier this way. I'm like, bro, I've been DJing for almost 20 years now. I can't DJ on this setting, bro. Turn this off. Turn it off, bro. Turn it off. It is stifling your growth. Bro, that joint got me hot.
I got a question because it's something that I've been thinking about a lot lately. The pricing conversation with DJs, right? Mm-hmm. There's the old age-old statement of like, yo, as a younger DJ, if you let these people pay you this amount or whatever, you're making it bad for the industry or whatever, or like maybe even somebody more established, if they start undercutting other DJs or whatever, you make it bad for the. What are your thoughts on that?
You go first, cause
I'll with pleasure, sir. I don't think it makes it bad for me personally. I'm gonna speak personally. Mm-hmm. Personally, the reason why I don't think it makes it bad for me is because I understood how to separate myself to get the number that I want. So if somebody's charging $500 and I want $2,000, I understand what the clients don't see and what the lower charging DJs don't see. So I implement that on my end so I can get the money that I want. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So, there are times like, people will kind of give you a problem about it. But I just tell people like, charge what you're going to charge. Do what you got to do. I figured out that it's more meaningful to charge what you want. What is your value to this room? And we speak about this all the time. Like this is the thing that me and Bless and Stallion was talking about. You can have great food, great drinks, great decor, bad DJ, terrible event. You can have great DJ, bad food, bad drinks, bad decor, great event. So what is the real value on the DJ? Do you see what I'm saying?
The example I always give is that if I do this and I unplug my laptop, what effect does that have? And I feel like the effect is felt immediately,
right away,
right? And for how immediate that effect is how immediate that pay should be coming through. People try to hit yo, I got you on Monday when the event bright, circle back or whatever. People, but that's a whole nother thing. I've been thinking about it like recently because, I noticed there are a lot of DJs that's like, oh, that don't bother me. And while that may be true, what does it do for the future of the industry? Or, I think about it in those terms, right? And the way today, literally, it like hit me. I was just thinking about random things. And I was like, if we think about the DJ industry like cryptocurrency, right? What would it do to other stable coins if Bitcoin just took a crazy dive?
It'll kill the rest of the market.
It'll kill the rest of the market, right? And that is the same thing that happens when other DJs, like, let's say the industry standard is $500 an hour, and they're like, I'll do it for $2. You are tanking the value of the industry, because if bookers know, damn, Matt charge $1,000, but if I hit Maul, he gonna do it for 10, or like he'll do it for 100. Then now you've created this huge schism in the market that like eventually is going to affect other people, because now when Matt say 1,000 or you say 1,000, and then let's say there's people that come under me that like, well, I'll do it for 50, It begins to create a problem.
So
there's the thing is that it's not necessarily a problem for the people at the top. It's the problem for the people beneath that, and then those that are trying to break into the market.
Yes. So I'll say this. This is where I had to learn the power of free. The power of free.
You should turn that into a book.
The power of free. Yeah. I'm telling you, people,
that's a strong book title,
bro. So it's the power of free, and then also the power of how you present. Those two things got me to like some of the biggest rooms that I ever done. Madison Square Garden, etc. So the reason why I talk about the power of free, because let's say we're talking about like a restaurant. They have DJs there every Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They pay all of their other DJs $200. And let's say you and I went there 1 week for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We heard all the talent. We heard everything that they had to offer. We know that our $1,000 that we're going to charge this establishment is going to be way more worth it than this $200 talent.
Yeah.
So when I go and speak to the managers, I'll pick their brain. I'm like, I DJ, I play violin. And I'm always watching their demeanor and their body language and everything. If they're receptive to it, I'm just like, okay, I think I can work with this person. If they're like uptight and just like, oh, just another DJ talking to me, I already know what I'm going to do. This is how I get their attention. So after I go over the entire elevator pitch, I'm like, listen, give me that Thursday that first DJ has. I'll do it for you for free. If you like what I do, we'll talk business. If you don't, no blood, no foul. You don't owe me no money. Their eyes always light up because they're in the business of dealing with money. You see what I'm saying? So by the time that Thursday comes around and I actually do perform and I shut it down better than the Thursday DJ, the Friday DJ, and the Saturday DJ all put together, then it's like, oh my God, how much do you charge? Now we're talking about value. This is not about money no more. This is about value. You see what I'm saying? I saw the first person walk in here. That person been here from 8 to like 2 in the morning.
Exactly.
When I was there the last Thursday, that same person was here from 8 until 8:30 and then left. So you made 4, 5, 6 times the amount of money with that one person because I was here.
Yeah.
That's value.
Yeah.
So if you want to speak about value, can we put the accurate numbers to it? Yeah. So once I show these managers and these production people the real value, I'm never afraid about them telling me no.
Yeah.
Because once people know what the value is,
Yeah.
they're more likely to pay for it than to try to haggle with you. Because they know that the people that are really up there as far as talent and the ability to impact the room, far and few between.
Yeah.
So does it mess up the market? To a degree, yes. So that's why the power of free, I learned how to use into my advantage. Because it doesn't hurt me.
Yeah.
Me doing one night doesn't hurt me. I'll just bring y'all, you know what I'm saying? We start drinking, we start having a good time. It doesn't affect my bottom line.
Yeah.
And then, also how I present, I always make sure I present, clean cut, haircut, you know what I'm saying? Like, the clothes are like freshly pressed and everything. Yeah. All of that stuff plays a role on how people perceive you, which will ultimately determine whether or not they're going to use you or not use you.
Yeah.
It plays a role.
Yeah.
So the big follow-up and the difference to that is if it boils down to family or people who know you. Now, I've had situations that, because in my mind, when it comes down to it, whether it's family or people that know you, people know that like where you DJ and so on and so forth, there's a reason why you asking me to do your party.
Yeah.
I mean, let's call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
You either you're texting me or calling me up to do your, because I'm having an event so and so day, this and that, birthday, whatever it is. There's a reason why you calling me, because you asking me about my availability. And now if I give you a price and now you don't want to get in contact with me, or it just gets quiet.
This is family. And this is family.
This is family.
Okay.
Family or close people of your friends that know you.
Yeah.
Because they like the way you DJ, but now, because they know they want that homeboy discount.
Yeah.
I'm going to be very honest. I'm a lot harsher on family than I am on.
But you have to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because it's happened to me. Yeah. Now this is a friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? I'll never forget this. It was a friend of mine from high school. Ran into each other. He saw our DJ, blah, blah, blah. He heard everything. He said, yo, blah, blah, blah. So now what he did was, there was a friend of his that was having a 40th birthday party. Gave him the information. He told me he gave him the information. They're gonna call me. He called me back. Blah blah blah. I gave him my price. I gave him everything.
Okay.
So, of course, it's crickets after that.
Okay.
Didn't hear anything. So now, I guess of course, the party approaches. The party happens. My boy, of course, he's gonna be at that party.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, after that whole shit goes down, I get a call back from him saying, yo, what happened? I was like, he never called me back.
Yeah.
he explains. Now he gets down to the nitty gritty with me. He's like, yo, this is a 40th birthday party. This DJ he hired played like it was a Sweet 16.
Jesus.
Let's put it that way. All right. So now I'm like, listen. And I told my boy, I said, listen, I get it. You know, people in their budget, whatever. I don't know what happened, but the bottom line is, and the phrase is, you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Let's call what it is. You get what you pay for.
If you think it is expensive hiring a professional, hire an amateur.
He saw me. I come to a party, but it's a birthday. I'm gonna come with my suit, tux, whatever it is. I'm set. My system is set up to a way that you ain't seeing wires all over the place. Mm-hmm. There's a reason for that.
You take pride in it. And what you do.
But the fact of the matter is, that's just part of that's part of the look, the decor, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. is what is included into the price. Mm-hmm. Because we're not gonna try and have you the event. Me setting up with wires showing over the goddamn place. Me showing up in jeans and a t-shirt.
Your grandmother trip over the wire.
Exactly, because if that's what
that was the straw that broke.
Because
Granny's back.
If that's what you want, then you're gonna pay $500 or whatever the money you paid.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So now I get the whole thing about, oh man, this is crazy. And then he comes and tells me, yeah, I don't get it because this guy has money out his ass. Oh. Well, he was trying to find a shortcut, and that's what happened. So now, for people, understand, there's a reason why. You got DJs, whether they come in jeans, t-shirt, they're DJs that sit down at the table all night and DJ. There's a reason why they can have that. They have that number.
Yeah. That $200 number.
$200 to $250. There's a reason. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You get that higher quote, you're getting more. Now again, it goes back to number one. There's a reason why you call me because you like the way I DJ. Number one. Mm-hmm. Now everything else comes into play. Yeah. You know, you might have saw me DJing in a lounge. You might have saw me, whatever it is. But my cost that I'm charging you is not because I'm not DJing in a lounge. I'm not doing all. I'm going to give you that extra professional look because now this is an event.
It's an experience.
It's an experience. It's not me just coming to a lounge and DJing for 3-4 hours in a night. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Yeah. So people don't understand that. And I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is the problem.
Honestly, I think they do. They just don't want to because they know that if they do concede to the idea that they do understand, they have to pay more money. And they don't want to pay more money.
Yeah. Then don't bitch and moan about your event or what happens to your event because that's the whole process.
So how do you feel about the idea of DJs charging less when they could be charging more as far as it changing the complexion of the market?
You said, how do I feel about it?
Yeah. Because you're the guest. So. don't forget that.
I personally, I genuinely feel like you have to think about like where you're trying to go with this thing. Mm-hmm. And I always, or my grandmother used to, and my dad too, used to always tell me, you start the way you want to finish. Mm-hmm. Right. You know? So if you start as the cheap guy, that being the cheap guy is the hardest, like, you know, like reputation it's the hardest thing to shake. Mm-hmm. Because the moment you raise your prices, it's like, hey man, you built a brand around affordability. Mm-hmm. You were great value. Mm-hmm. You know? Why are you trying to like switch up and be like, you know, Planet Oat now? Mm-hmm. You know, you were the great value oat milk.
And that's part of the reason why I always tell people if there ever is a discount or like, you know, a cut on the price that I give them, I let them know this ain't the price. Mm-hmm. This is your price. And this is part of the reason why I'm giving this to you. I like there's times like, you know, I'll cut people a deal if like they're very respectful. Mm-hmm. I appreciate that. Yeah. I really appreciate that. It's like, you know, when people send me that fluffy email, there's like, you know, we understand what you're charging, but in no way, shape, or form do we feel like our budget represents what you're actually worth, but this is all we have for this. Yeah. And if
I appreciate that.
I appreciate that. Yeah. And then it's just like, if I'm not doing anything that weekend, I'm like, I could make an extra little something.
Mm-hmm. I just also generally appreciate people being communicative, right? Mm-hmm. Because a lot of people like are, and I find this in a lot of conversations with clients, for whatever reason, like they never want to be the one to like bring up like they know how much they're willing to spend, right? Like they know what ballpark range they are, but they're for whatever reason they never want to be like the first person to like say the number. And I realize is that 9 out of 10 times they're hoping that you say a number that's lower than what they were planning on paying so that they could pocket the difference.
Yeah.
And that's why specifically, like people all the time, because I have a digital marketing agency and then I also DJ, and people, oh, do you have a price list? No. Everything is a negotiation.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Everything. Because I need to understand what sort of value this thing is like bringing to you. Where is it going? Who is going to see it? Because all of these things do affect price. Because at the end of the day, like for example, if I'm doing something for you and it's going to be like on the Super Bowl commercial or whatever with X amount of eyes, the production value of that has to be different because not only because of the platform that it's going to be on, but now this is a representation of me and my work, and we had this conversation prior to recording, and this is the reason why, like, in terms of on like the media and production side, I don't give out raw footage because if you take it and you make something horrible
and you misrepresent my brand or
exactly, because people never ask who edited this, who shot that?
Right.
You're gonna point back to me, and then now this person thinks I'm trash because of how you repurpose some. Like you produce something in a way that I did not mean for the world to see it. And it's like, nah, that's like I gave you a recipe, or you're like, yo. That food, when we came over last week, that food that you made was incredible, yo. Can I get the recipe, right? And I give you the recipe, and then you're like, this nigga had truffles in there. Maybe I could get truffle oil or something like that, something different. And it's like when you start substituting parts of whatever, you begin to devalue the whole thing. And it's like that's why there's a difference between like what I offer and what these other people have to offer.
It's the same thing with rumors.
Yeah.
A story could start one spot, and then by the time that same story gets over here, the freaking shit changes.
Yeah.
From 1,000
point to
times.
point.
Telephone.
Like, come on. Exactly. It's like, come on.
And I'll say this too, like I think this conversation started to shift into negotiations. One thing I had to learn with negotiations is that I got way better at it when I wasn't afraid to lose the deal, and I wasn't afraid to walk away.
That first part, say that again.
Pull up.
That like
in order to have leverage in a negotiation, you can't be afraid to lose the deal, and or you can't be afraid for you to walk away from the deal.
Yeah, people can smell desperation.
Yep, right away.
Yeah,
right away. Right away.
Yeah, it's like people know it. When you were all hesitant, like, all right, what can you do? They're like, I got him. Yeah.
But bro, I literally lost. I lost an event for 1 year, but it's okay. This is another thing I had to learn too. I lost an event for 1 year because I've been doing it for about 10 to 12 years now, consecutively.
Yeah.
And I doubled the price. They was paying me the bag. I'm not gonna lie to you. They was paying me a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I doubled it.
Okay.
I'm just like, look, you know what I'm saying? I there was more things that I started to add to that show beyond me just playing violin.
Yeah.
I was playing violin and then impromptu I had to start DJing and started MCing. Had my boy MC. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot more moving parts. I don't mind giving those moving parts, but I'm gonna charge what that value is really about.
Yeah.
They were just like, yeah, we're gonna look at the budget and get back to you. Never got back to me. They did the event, but this is what I always tell people.
People are so dishonest.
No, and it's
never
not.
get back to you.
No, it's not dishonesty, bro. I don't look at it that way. This is my thing. Look, here's the thing. This is what I had to learn. The reason why I never feel a kind of way about that because they're gonna hire somebody else.
Yeah.
And you know what's gonna happen? More than likely, that person doesn't give the room the same value as you do. So now in their brain, it's like, yo, we had this person for 12 years, and we could have doubled the price and had like 8 times the better result than this one guy.
It's the simplest things.
So now when they reach back out, because they always do, they always do.
Nah, Now it's a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now who's the desperate one now?
Right.
It ain't me.
Yeah. That's
So
a fact.
now I'm not desperate. I had to lose out on 1 year of money.
Yeah.
But now it's just like I can charge what I want, what I really wanted.
Yeah.
I can get that. And it's simple now. It's like, okay, like I already didn't get it last year, so what's gonna be another year?
That's true. But I guess let's take a moment here, and I guess for DJs, for creatives that are watching, understand that the value of a dollar changes year over year. Like inflation is a thing, and if you are not adjusting your pricing like proactively year over year in order to account for that, you're actually operating at a deficit.
Right.
Oh yeah, because
You know?
and what's funny is too, I had to calculate that. Like people really don't think about this. Clients don't think about this. You have to calculate rent, car insurance, house insurance, phone bills,
Internet.
everything. If you want to do this full time, that has to now roll over into whatever you're charging. And you have to be able to make it comfortably.
Yeah.
You know, so not only that, you got to make sure that the value that you're actually giving to the room actually matches the price point that you're trying.
Return on investment.
Yes. So once I started to like really look at that and understand how much it'll really cost for me to be a entrepreneur, solo DJ, and violinist, like, you gotta pay some bread. So this is actually a funny story. So DJ O'Neal, we had to do this one event. It's for Labor Day. So he was playing on some float. I was helping him out. And this one, So this one chick, like when she saw me playing and everything, she was just like, "Oh, you play really well." I was like, "Oh, thank you." She was like, "We have this program where we bring in different talent to play for the youth, under."
The biggest scam ever.
Yeah. You see, I'm waiting for
Bro,
it.
you should have saw my face. The whole time she was talking, I was just like this.
Yep.
As soon as they say the youth,
Mm-hmm.
and I love the youth, don't get me wrong,
But
the youth need to also learn the lesson that there is value in everything. Nothing is free.
So I'm gonna go down her whole spiel. So she was just like, yeah, we like to bring in people to play for the youth, for the the under, what does she call them? Essentially the poor.
Disadvantaged.
To get to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, cool, whatever. And then she brought it up right away. She didn't even let me like throw out a number. She's like, oh, we don't have a budget for this. And I'm just like,
Okay.
exactly. I was like, okay.
See,
so
my response to that is like, don't have a budget like unlimited or
exactly. So but it's like it wasn't just like we don't have a budget. Can you do it? It's just like we don't have a budget, and this is the day we want you there.
Yeah.
There's like this
entitlement
push.
to your
Yeah.
time.
Yes.
So this
entitlement.
is what I said. I'm just like, okay. I'm like, I'm like, what is your name? I'm gonna make up a name, Angela. I'm like, Angela, you went to school for X amount of years to get your degree. You're probably in debt. And then now that school that you work for right now is
You
paying
probably
you,
in debt. It's
is-
crazy.
no, I said it. And then that's
He's not wrong though.
the school that
It's
you're
just
but it's I was announced just like the school that you're working at right now is still paying you a salary based on what you did. And she was like, okay, so what's your point? I'm like, the point is that I do this full time. There's no difference between what I did versus what you did. You just got a fancier piece of paper than I do. But at the end of the day, you saw the value. Therefore, if you want that value to be bestowed upon the kids on your request, you got to pay for it. And she's like, oh,
She didn't get that.
she didn't want to get it
Yeah.
because she was so used to like charming people with her smile, you know what I'm saying, and tickle bitties and everything.
Oh,
I'm
the
like,
woe is me.
I'm like, bro, that doesn't mean anything to me. The moment, like, I try to tell people, the moment you try to convince me to do something is the moment I'm not doing it.
Right.
Don't try to convince me. Just let me make my own decision based on whatever you got. Just tell me, hey, look, we don't got the money. We don't. We don't. You know what I'll do? I'm like, well, y'all get paid bi-weekly. So if bro,
You said go to Starbucks a few less times this month.
bro, I
Put
literally
it together and make something happen
so like let's
for the kids.
thank you. So I'm just like, I'll still give you a break. But if I say something, I want 500 to do like a half an hour presentation. I'm like, bro, there's more than 50 teachers and administration at that place. You tell them who I am. You tell them what you want me to do. I'm sure you can get 50 teachers and administration to put up $10. You can do that.
Right.
You can make the kids go sell some cookies. You can do that.
They do it all the time.
All the time.
And that's my point. So don't come to me telling me what I need to do for free for some kids.
Right.
And it's not about the kids.
I don't
Yeah.
even know these fucking kids.
Man.
And it's just like bro, like, my parents at one point was low income too. You know what I'm saying? And we have to figure it out. But at the end of the day, it's just like, if you want me there, simply because you don't have the money is not the excuse for me to just now give it away for free.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not.
Yeah.
And yo, this girl tried to argue me
Because if
down.
that was the case, none of us would pay rent.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
Bottom
you.
Like,
line. Bottom line.
crazy.
Yo.
Yo, rent 1,500. I got 10. For you. I got 10 for you.
And then it's like, yo, people swear up and down that just because they talk to you with a smile on their face and they use SAT words that they're not being disrespectful. I'm just like, miss me with all of this nonsense, bro. It's just like, you don't want to pay because you don't want to pay, and you don't want to figure out how to get me the money.
Yeah.
And it's not all about the money, but I don't have to do it for free simply because you don't have it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. I don't operate like that.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. There's both of y'all. When it comes down to whatever the event could be, and your pricing, let's say you give a price and your let's say I think somebody said it before. Your price should at least be one of your speakers that you pay for.
Okay.
At least at one.
I don't price it like that. I price it off of like my basic overhead. Because, I do weeklies and I do like the big events.
Right.
So the big events for me should cover my rent, my car note, and my insurance.
But yeah, that's going to a different level. I'm just talking about your low level.
Let's not call them low level. Let's say we're beginning our journey.
You're beginning. Okay, let's put it that way. I'm trying to be, I guess, politically correct. If
Fair.
you want to put it
We're trying to be
fair. Okay. Because it says.
I know what you're trying to ask. I know what you're trying to ask.
I try not to be.
Yeah.
I try to be this person and not to be that person. But it's like, come on. If one of my speakers that I invested in cost me $1,800, just one.
Yeah.
And you expect me to bring all this equipment to set up? Nobody's thinking about that. Nobody. The pedestrians, as you like to call them, they don't think about that.
Nope.
They don't.
All right. So now I'm looking at it that way. I was like, okay, so if I'm thinking of one of my speakers, if something goes wrong, the speaker goes out, blown, something.
Yeah.
Yes, if a speaker blows, it might be my fault that I did something wrong. But at the same time, it's still equipment I have to bring. I have to set up. I have to set up, break down, travel, whatever the situation is. Y'all need to. Y'all got to understand where this is coming from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not understanding the nickel and diamond. I really don't.
I think it's because a lot of people are not running a business. They're just trying to make money. And there's a difference. Because when you are running a business, you are thinking about things that you mentioned. You're being risk averse. You're assessing risk. Hey, this event is on a numbered block.
Right.
Chances are I might leave here without something that I came here with.
Right.
Like you're assessing risk. You are doing an appraisal of the value of your equipment. You're doing an appraisal of the service that you're providing. You're, charging based upon, a premium of any category, maybe based upon your time, based upon the scale of the event and how much you need to bring out, based upon the size of the production. So all of those things are a factor to you versus somebody who's just trying to make money, which is, I'm trying to leave here with more money than I came with.
Right.
So they're not thinking about any of those other factors other than, well, did I leave here with more money than I came with?
Right.
And I think that's the reason why a lot of people don't, or our pricing rubric or our pricing structure seems so foreign to most people. And it's because they don't have to take on any of the risks that we do.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of, again, no offense, a lot of pedestrians, they work 9 to 5. So we eat what we kill.
Yeah, yeah.
So that changes how we look at our time. You know, they get paid whether they did like a shitty job or a great job that week. They get paid the same amount.
Yeah.
You know? So when I take all of that stuff into consideration, it does change how I communicate and how I relay these messages to clients and potential clients. And ultimately, I ain't afraid to take an L. Mm-hmm. I'm not afraid. That does not bother me anymore. If somebody says, "Oh, your price is too much," and this person is charging like $200, you're charging $2,000. I'm like, well, okay, go book them.
Yeah,
go ahead.
You good?
Yeah.
There's a reason why they're charging $200, and there's a reason why I'm not.
I literally.
I hope that music stay on all night.
Literally just said a party is $400. $400. Crickets. All right. I'm not going lower than that. Because normally my low is $800. And that's half of like a wedding or whatever. If you just want me to come and DJ, whatever, and I'm
just
doing
laptop.
what I gotta do.
Yeah.
$800 is half of what I normally charge for a catering, whatever it is. Yeah. So if that's what you want, $800. But I said $400. $400. And that's because it's people I know or family. And you still give me crickets? All right. Like you said, I'm going to take an L. I'm not going lower than that. Yeah. Sorry.
And also, too, what I had to learn as well, too, it's putting the ideas in these managers and or, you know, booking agents' head. So, like, let's say if that spot that I gave them one night for free, they were just like, oh, how much do you charge? I'm like, all right, it's a weekly, it's 3 hours, 4 hours, I want 500. They was like, oh, we can only pay you $350. You know what I'll tell them? I'll take the $350, but you have to book me at least once a week the entire month. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So now I'm guaranteed that one and done money 4 times out the month. Do you see what I'm saying?
Or I need to leave here with a nice dinner package of my choosing.
Absolutely.
From the menu.
Bro, I'll throw in the whole package. I'll be like, okay, yeah, you got to book me 4 times out the month. I need a full meal and I need at least 2 drinks. And let's say if it was like a situation where you had to like buy tickets, I'm bringing at least 2 people. That'll make up for the 500. Or the difference between the 350 and the 500, the 150. Right. You know? And I think a lot of people don't think that way. They're so desperate to just get in and just DJ that they start missing those steps. I'm just like, yo, you're leaving a lot on the table.
Yeah.
A lot.
Because what the thing is that in the sales aspect of DJing, it is your job to try to assess what value your skills are going to bring to the table for this situation. So you need to ask the questions like, so what if this job is done to like your utmost satisfaction, what does that do for your bottom line? You know, like for example, like if I show up and I'm doing a commercial or something like that, I'm doing a campaign. I'll use an example of something I'm working on right now. So
big money loading. God. Go ahead. I'm about to get jealous in 3, 2.
So I'm talking to them. I was like, okay, because the way that they tried to present it to me was like it was some little small thing, and I thank God that I love to ask questions, right? Because by the end of it. Right, so they're like, "Oh yeah, we want, we're working on this campaign. We're in negotiations right now, and we want to do like 3 super quick videos, nothing really crazy or whatever, and we want to put them out and stuff like that to go along with the campaign." So I was like, okay, so like where's this like stuff going? Is it web? Is it social or whatever? They go, well, actually, we're in conversation with NYC Link. So that's those little moving billboards that are on the side of bus stops in New York.
Yeah.
So they're like, yeah, we're talking to them, and then we're talking to the MTA to get some of those moving billboards along the 4, 5, 6, 7 N, R, and Q and W lines. So immediately now, what they presented as, it's just some small videos.
It's not small.
It's a campaign.
Yeah.
And I know the MTA and NYC Link not doing this for $500.
Nope.
So Mall for damn sure ain't.
Right.
Right? And that's why it's important to like ask those questions, because I could have went into that situation charging for Instagram, not realizing that I should be charging for Times Square.
Right.
You know? And that's why, like, as a DJ, any sort of creative, it's important to assess value. Okay, why are you looking for a DJ or whatever? Why are you looking for a DJ? Oh, it's my 70th birthday or whatever and stuff like that. I'd be like, oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Anything special that you celebrate? Oh, I just beat cancer. Wow. Wow. You know, well, first of all, this is gonna sound so dicky. First of all, congratulations for still being here.
That is crazy. That's crazy.
It sounds crazy.
It's the truth.
But it's like, yo, shout out to you for still being here. So this is a really special moment for you. We got to do it up, right? Do you want lights? Do you want smoke? Like when you come out, do you want to like appear to the, like, what do we want to do? And you have that, oh yeah. Oh yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that. I want lights and I want smoke and I want this and that. And I'm like, okay. So if you want the smoke and the lights, do you want sparkles too? Yeah. Oh yeah, that sounds amazing. Okay, I can coordinate. You know, I can get a vendor. I can coordinate the sparkles. I can get the smoke for you. You know, how many guests are you expecting? Oh, 500 of my closest friends. Oh, 500. Right? Now we're thinking scale, right, of this production. Okay, so I can coordinate all of these things on your behalf and have everybody show up and do what they're supposed to do on the day of. I just need to know what sort of financial commitment you're trying to make for this event or whatever. And when you word things in that way, or when you present it in that way, it's you've now sent a message or sent signals to that client about value, because it's like, oh yeah, I'm getting this whole big production. I was thinking like 500. I probably got to spend more like 5,000 or something like that. And because you've walked the customer through that journey of like re-envisioning the scale of what it is that they're doing, now you're having a conversation in a different like pricing neighborhood than you were if you were just exchanging like, okay, how many hours? Okay, all right, cool. Where is it? Okay, all right, that's 2.5 hours from my house.
I charge
And
$250 an hour.
And I charge $250 an hour or whatever. And then it's like you show up there and you got 2 tops and 500 people.
Right.
Good luck.
You know? Exactly. Good luck. And then now also that client is looking at you like you came ill prepared.
Right.
But because you didn't do that upfront work of really trying to like assess, you know, like what you're getting yourself into. I always use this example with John. I'm like, yo, that's how people end up driving to Philly for $200. You know, you didn't ask enough questions.
And that $200 is all told, right?
You know,
And that's part of the reason why, like, if any client gets my number and for some strange reason I actually do decide to pick up the phone, it's like, oh, like if they ask me over the phone, like, how much do you charge? I'm like, look, you gotta text me. Because I have to assess everything. I got to assess the time. I got to assess how much work I got to put into it. I got to assess the songs I got to rehearse for. Did I play them? Did I not play them before? Are they difficult songs?
Never even thought about
And people,
that aspect of what he does. That, like, yo, there would be like an element of like rehearsal.
Yeah, and then it's just like sometimes.
That's crazy. I never thought about
I
that.
didn't even think about it.
And we all had clients like this before, where they want to do something so different and out the box that it's just like, yo, I got to go into the studio and recreate this.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, yo, you got to give me all of that up front.
Yeah.
There is no hourly price. There is no ballpark.
No.
You tell me what you want. I'll tell you what it's going to cost.
Yeah. Listen, if you want to do this thing at MetLife, we can do it. But everything has a cost.
Yeah.
We can make this as big and as grand or as small and as peasant-like as you want. That's up to you. You know, you and your bank.
Yeah, man. So,
They don't get it.
and Jay-Z said it best. They know the price of everything and the value of nothing.
Okay. Bars.
And value is, I'm going to be honest, value.
You playing piano for his Yankee Stadium show?
Oh, no, I'm not
You need
invited.
somebody to hold your
I'm not invited there, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You
Not
need
yet.
somebody to hold your violin. I can hold the case.
You're going to be filming the whole show, man. What you talking about? You about to add another chain to,
Look, you
to
see,
the
you see, he's
collection.
saying this.
I'll be sitting right backstage.
He's saying this, and then we're gonna see the whatchamacallit the next Monday. Not gonna put, yo, this past weekend was so crazy. I never thought I'd be in my hometown.
You know what's crazy? I can't. It's so difficult for me to like write captions like that. It feels so off to me.
Yo, crazy. You're gonna see my boy Matt with the jumbotron camera.
Yeah, man.
Yo, crazy.
Yeah, man. We've been talking for 1:10.
Oh, word?
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. I feel like this was a good like business. Call this business 102. I feel like we talked about business the last time too.
Definitely.
But yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If you really want to be a shark in this business, you really can't be afraid of taking an L, bro.
Yeah. Can't be afraid to talk about money.
Yeah, and I almost encourage it. Like I like in my brain, I'm just like, I'll give you guys an insight of like what my brain sounds like when people like start talking to me. I dare you to say some dumb shit. Go ahead, say some dumb shit. Go ahead. Tell me you think I'm only worth $150. Go ahead.
Insane.
People have told me like I don't want to pay that. I don't want to pay your price. I'm like, excuse me? You hit my phone.
There's a reason why you are calling me. There's a reason. I always go back to that. It's like, because you can call your cousin or who, because every family, friend, whatever it is, they all know somebody.
Yeah, this is a DJ in every family.
Right, exactly. So you can call that $50 cousin, $100 nephew, whoever it is, to do your party. But there's a reason why you're calling. So come on.
It's always a DJ.
Stop the bullshit.
It's always a DJ. I was DJing a baby shower earlier this year, and this dude comes up to me. He was like, "Oh, just checking you out, like
right.
I do a little spinning myself." He pulled up his phone. He got the Rain 12 turntables or whatever in his house, right? In all the videos in his house.
In his house.
You know what I'm saying? And then he goes to tell me, yeah, I be doing all the big block parties and the this and this and that. And I was like, oh, okay. None of these videos are from outside, right? But then what I noticed, because, when I'm DJing, I'm, observing the crowd or whatever, I'm DJing or whatever, and I guess he felt like I didn't play his favorite part of a song, but the crowd is vibing or whatever. And whatchamacallit, like, he's like, I don't know. Like, I literally see him tap his mans. I don't know about this guy or whatever. So I was like, all right, bet. That's his wife sitting next to him right there. I'm about to make her dance, and then I'm going to make her get up and shake ass, too. Or whatever. And that was my mission for the next 15 to 20 minutes. I bring the setup to a place. His wife get up. She bumping him and all kinds of stuff or whatever. And he was trying to say something, and she was like, man. Like, I could see her go, man, or whatever. And I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. Because you got to pace yourself. Like, I'm very big. Like the event is going to be good all the way through, but I'm always big on pacing myself, because realistically what people remember is like that last hour. Yeah. Unless something major happened in the other parts of the event, what they remember is that last hour. So I'm always big on finish strong. Finish strong.
Bro, speaking of, there's always like a silent DJ hater somewhere. Not to say that he was or was not, but I remember one time I was DJing around these parts, and there was a new restaurant that opened, but the family came from like Harlem or something like that.
Okay.
So, first few weeks they had the whole family from Harlem pulling up and everything. Bro, I'm shelling. Everybody having a good time. This one chick came up, and I don't know what it is. Women always approach me way more aggressive than the dudes do. So she approached me. She's like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on? You're not gonna play no Diddy?" I'm like,
"Oh, whoa,
easy." This is before.
Before the free calls.
This is before the baby oil.
Yeah. Before the indictment, all of that, man. And I'm saying, so her energy was just very gritty. She's like, "You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you do." Blah blah blah. On the mic, I'm telling you. You can tell how annoyed I am by how far I duck the faders down when I address these people. When it's all the way down, I'm tight. I'm tight. It came all the way down. I just said, everybody looking at me, it's like everybody's like, "What's going on? Why is the music off?" I said, "Miss, you're not about to talk to me like that and tell me what to do. If you care that much what to do, grab your laptop and you get on the set and you do a better job than me." Oh, I don't have my laptop. Congratulations. That means that I'm the DJ for the rest of the night. I don't need you talking to my ear. And I just played the music. Kept going.
You know what I'll be telling people sometimes? I'll be like, I don't come to McDonald's tell you how to flip your burgers.
Gotta let me do my job, man. But she was very New York gritty pit bull energy. I'm just like, I don't like that. You'll never get me to do nothing by talking to me like that ever.
Yeah, but also like I don't show up at your job, tell you how to do what you do. Why do you feel comfortable doing that at mine?
Right.
Like,
I think people like think that DJing is a weird.
People think we up there on YouTube. That's what it is.
Yeah, I don't think people really think that it's like that deep of a job, but it is though. It's a lot of thinking. It's a lot of thinking.
People don't realize it till they go up there, and then everybody looking at them with expectations of like, okay, well, make me have a good time. Like, you know.
Good luck. Anyway, guys, let's wrap this up.
All right.
Thank you guys for showing up to another episode of Digital Detox. I am Matt the Violinist. Over here to my right is DJ Stallion. And again, one more time, make some noise for our special guest, our returning guest, DJ Moore.